So the AirPods 4s have just officially came out, and you might be trying to figure out how to exactly use these particular AirPods. They're very good AirPods. I'm sure they're going to hold up very well for the next couple of years, and they're a little bit different than previous generations. So I'll give you exactly a quick breakdown on exactly how to use it. Now, number one, they come in our standard carrying case like this. So these carrying cases are really nice. They basically will give you a flat side, they're kind of like an eggshell type of coloring. You have a little light in the front, and that's kind of the only indicator you have. You no longer have a back button, which we'll showcase in a second, but it's a flat side. On the bottom, this is a USB Type-C charger. So you can use any sort of USB Type-C charger here to basically go ahead and, just plug it in and kind of go from there. So that is something that's really cool. That's something I think we had Lightning before, but now we have USB-C, which is really cool. And on the back side, you're just getting your regulatory information here, the hinge, and that's kind of it. There's nothing really else like anything crazy going on here. That's pretty basic as it kind of comes down to it. There's no back button though anymore. So to pair these things up, you basically have to rely on this front touch sensor that you have right here. Now, if you want to pair it up with really any iPhone out there on iOS 18, it's pretty basic. All you have to do is open up your case whenever you're next to a particular iPhone or whatever, and you should be able to see a pop-up come up at the very bottom just like this. Now this will allow you to go and connect your AirPods straight to your iPhone. So now what you can do is you can go ahead and basically start connecting these things through. So you can click on connect and you will now be able to fully connect your AirPods to your, to your iPhone. So now you can go and turn on personalized volume if you want to. I'd recommend going through and enabling whatever settings you want to have on. So in this case, you can turn it on. In this case, I'll just click on that now. You can also set up Hey Siri. That way, whenever you're running or if you're doing something and you want Siri to do something, you can just say, Hey Siri, and it will do something for you. And then you can even control your AirPods by moving your head. So this is a really cool feature that we now have the capability of doing within our AirPods. So now we can move our head up and down or side to side to accept or decline a call and interact with notifications without even speaking, which is so crazy. So you can go through and you can adjust these, do customized gestures in Bluetooth settings, but that is a really, really cool capability that we basically have now, and you can turn that on as well. Now, in this case, I've just clicked on that now for all of them, and that is that. Our AirPods are now fully connected. So now if we want to, we can go and click on out of here. Okay, we'll just click on that now for now. We can put our iPhone to the side. There's a few more things with our AirPods that we kind of just need to get used to. Now, another big thing is that we want to go ahead and take our AirPods out of the case. Now, you can take both out, or in this case, I'll just take one out. Now, here's the thing, right? For our AirPods, the way they look around the side is a little, they look, the same as the other AirPods, but they may be a little bit different if you're coming from AirPods 2s or AirPods 1s. So on the exterior, you have this type of design, which looks really nice. There's speaker grill on the outside, which is really, really cool. But then on the other side, you're getting this force sensor. So this is no longer an actual button that clicks in. It is just a force sensor. So what this does, let's say you want to go and do something, you can hold this down and while it's in your ear, and you can have it do other things. You can invoke Siri, you can skip songs by double tapping and triple tapping, you can go backwards, you can pause a song by tapping it. There's a lot of cool stuff that you have inside of these force sensors. So just get used to like putting these things in your ear, clicking on these sensors, and that's like another big thing that you can kind of do as well. Again, it's a really nice type of thing to have here, and you're basically getting that type of capability inside of this type of, AirPod, which again is a very cool thing to have. Now, if you ever want to charge up your AirPods, right, the big thing you want to get used to is plugging these AirPods in the right way. So this light indicator on the front will basically indicate to you whether your AirPods are charging. So if it's an orange light, that means that AirPod needs to be charged or it's kind of still on decent battery life. If it's green, that means they're fully charged. If they're any other color, usually if there's no color, that means they're dead. So if it's something like this, when you open it up for the first time, like if you open that flap, that probably means they're dead. But as long as you're seeing a light, that means you're pretty much good to go. And there's not really too much else to kind of complain about here. Now, one other thing I want to show you is within your iPhone itself. Now, if you're rocking these on an Android phone, then there's not as much customizing you can do, but there's still some. If you make your way over to your Bluetooth settings or if your standard settings of your iPhone, you can see right here, you should be able to see your AirPods come up right here inside of settings. So click on your AirPods and then you'll see all this information of your AirPods come up. So inside of your AirPods, portion of your settings app, you will find a lot of things. Number one, you can see your battery settings. So you can see your battery, life. You can see I'm at 39%, 62% there. So you can really customize everything that you really want to. Now your name, You can go through and essentially, change your name out if you want to. You can change it to a different name if you want to. Your answering call, this is where you can go through and you can answer a call if you just press once on your AirPods. You can mute and unmute. This is where you can customize your call controls. So if you want to, you can just press once or press twice to customize it. And then you can also end a call by pressing twice. So whatever one you do on one, you can configure it for the other one. Now, this is where you can customize your personalized audio. So if you want to enable personalized audio, what this is going to do is it's going to adjust the volume of media in response to your environment. So let's say you're in an environment that's very, very loud, like lots of construction. Well, you can go through and basically have your AirPods automatically adjust the volumes for you. And that is something that's really cool. And you're going to have that type of capability right there, which again is a really nice thing. You can also have automatic ear detection on, which I would highly recommend every single person to enable. What this does is whenever you go and take the AirPods out of your case and you put them in your ear, it will automatically detect that those AirPods are in your ear. So you can go through and just put them in your ear, go on your life. That's a very important thing that I recommend doing. Connect to this iPhone. I would recommend having it on automatically. You can also have it to whatever the last iPhone was. You can have it that way too, but I recommend just keeping it on automatically. Now, as we hit on before, personalized spatial audio. What this allows you to do is it gives your iPhone, I guess, a little bit more of a, if you're going to use your iPhone camera, so I don't know why they disconnected here. If that ever happens, just go and open up your AirPods again, the case, and they will automatically connect back. So what spatial audio allows you to do is if you're using any, if you want to hear your audio rendered, immersively in 3 dimensions, you can set this up. And it's actually a really cool thing that you have that type of capability. It's actually really cool. Your microphone, I'd recommend keeping it on, either automatically switch AirPods, or you can always have it on the left AirPod or always right AirPod. If you're in a work environment and you're always using one over the other one, you can force it to use one, but I recommend just keeping it on automatically switch AirPods. Your head gestures. So this is something that's really, really cool. And what this allows you to do, as I talked about, is you can move your head up and down and side to side to kind of configure it. In this case, what I'd recommend doing is keeping it on. You can try head gestures first and see if you like it. If not, you can disable it. Keep in mind things like this will go and take up a little bit of battery life here and there. It's not the biggest deal in the world, but that is just one of those other things to kind of keep in mind there. I would recommend every single AirPod owner to have this on. Optimized battery charging will make a lot of sense for the average person to go ahead and enable. And the reason for that is it will go ahead and force charge or fast charge your AirPods up to 80% and then trickle charge up to 100%. That is a very important thing to do, especially if you plan on keeping these AirPods for like 5 years, then it probably makes a lot more sense to go through and just kind of keep them on, just go through, keep these enabled, and it'll save your battery life on your AirPods and your battery health. That way you can keep them for a longer period of time. You have your accessibility settings right here if you want to configure these out, and then you have your regulatory information at the very bottom. And if you really want to, you can disconnect your AirPods from your iPhone and you can forget this device at the very bottom as well. Now, if you wanted to pair your AirPods 4s up to like a different type of device, let's say a PC, like a Windows PC or a gaming console of some sort, all you have to do is you double tap on the front side of these particular AirPods and it will bring them back into pairing mode. So you can see my light is now a white light. So now what I can do is I can make my way over to my Bluetooth settings of like a different device right here, like my settings application here. Go into connections, I can go into Bluetooth, and I should be able to see these AirPods come up at the very bottom if they're in pairing mode. So you can see my AirPods are right here. It's because all you have to do is just double tap at the front where this light indicator is, and that will bring these into pairing mode. And that's all you have to do. So now you basically know everything about your AirPods 4th generations. They're very good headphones. You're going to be able to keep them for a very long amount of time. And that's kind of how you use these things for the most part. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video.